Welcome to the Old House Antique Showcase, produced by Trinity Heart Media for the Tremedia streaming network. This week, our lovely host Shirley Larkins is taking us about the town, searching for all those special treasures and trinkets, finding out what is hot and what is not. Welcome to the Antique Mall. We've been in business 27 years with 13 separate dealers and over 10,000 square feet of space. We're unique because of our fun outside space. With funky, rusty, artistic vintage yard art, we have hit and miss engines, old stoves, old tools, picks and shovels. And then on the inside, we've got dolls, jewelry, books, collectibles, and trains, including American Flyer, Lionel, and Tyco, all available in mini scales. Come and visit us 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 10104 off the US 50 freeway in Mound House, Nevada. Come and see us. 20 years of incredible finds, friendly staff, and already 3 years in our new home on Rock Boulevard. If you haven't been here yet, you're truly missing out. 20 dealers, over 7,000 square feet of antiques and collectibles, just about anything you can imagine. Easy parking, but stay a while. Antiques and Treasures rock. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 6.
Having professional and affordable marketing assets for your business is within reach with Ken Umphrey Creative Services. Whether you need printed materials, product photography, corporate video, a new logo, or an experienced copywriter for your radio or TV commercial, we can help. We'll create marketing solutions you can afford and in a timely fashion. See us on the web at kucreative.com. Ken Umphrey Creative Services. Affordable, experienced marketing solutions.
So we're talking to Sarah. Sarah was one of our shoppers here at the Antique Mall in Carson City. So tell us a little bit about what brought you here.
All of the great antiques and vintage items, and I love that I get to haggle with Ron, the owner, and get a really good price on some cool items.
Okay, so now how difficult is Ron to deal with?
Oh, he's pretty easy.
Is he pretty easy?
Yeah, he's pretty easy, and I'm hoping that he'll come and haggle with me a little bit on this lamp.
So tell us a little bit about this lamp.
This is I think it's a 1970s, maybe 1960s swag lamp.
A swag?
Yes, and they come in all different colors and sizes, and so you can find a lot of unique ones to collect.
That looks amazing. So how much what value did you expect the store to be selling that for? What did you think the price would be?
Well, if Ron's not around, I think probably about $300,
okay,
but
wow.
I was able to talk him down to $240, so.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Actually, Ron, can we go like buy two, get one free? Like, how crazy are you feeling today?
Not that crazy.
Okay.
Not that crazy? Maybe it's not as easy as you think.
I know, maybe.
Well, that's okay. Well, I mean, it looks like a great lamp. Look,
It's beautiful.
I'm sure. So you have a specific place in mind for it?
I don't know yet. Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, that's the joy of bringing it home is
Right.
You've got all these rooms to consider where you might want to put it.
That's exactly right.
And if you don't
Yeah,
like it
and
in one room, you move it to
and
another.
then buy another one, collect
Well,
more.
That's it. Okay. So that's where the two for one comes in.
That's right.
All right. Well, maybe another day.
I know. He's got a great collection, so we'll be back.
This would look great with yellow shag carpet and an orange easy chair.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That sounds very 70s.
It was, because that's when they were very popular.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Well, thank you for appearing on the show today. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
So we're talking with Ron at his great booth here at the Antique Mall in Carson City. Ron, thank you for being with us here on the Antique Showcase.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
So far, so good.
Well, as we were coming in, setting up, we noticed that looks like you made a pretty nice sale of an awesome 1970s purple lamp.
I did. I mean, I like them just to go to a great home. I'm an avid collector.
Nice. So where did you find that lamp? How did you come by that lamp?
You know, I have a great following. I've been doing this for 40 years.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So I have people that actually follow me.
Nice.
And things just happen to come across.
It's fun having a fan group.
It does. It does.
So, I mean, it's the Ron fan club.
Well, more or less.
Okay. Now, does the president of that fan club, they're local?
Local, and
they're nationwide.
I have them come from all over the U.S.
Everything's global these days.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, that's kind of how things are going. So, how long have you been here in the store?
This store actually opened last May.
Oh, so the store is that new?
Right, but the concept of this store started 4 years ago.
Okay.
About a half a mile down the road. A 10,000 square foot building.
10,000 square feet. Okay.
And we moved into a 27,000 square foot.
This building is 27,000.
That is correct.
So I'm guessing they're not done. Are they done expanding, or are you all covered?
We've got 70 individual dealers here.
Okay.
And we're looking at taking over another building and actually building our repertoire to 100 dealers, because we're going to put 30 in that one.
So the sign outside says that you guys are the biggest antique dealer in northern Nevada.
That is correct.
That sounds very true.
That is correct.
That's a cool thing to say.
It is.
How often do you find people coming here that aren't local? Does that happen a lot?
Well, we've been doing a lot of branding, and that's through TV, radio, and the internet. And the internet is one that stretches out. Globally, as we were saying.
We can totally relate to that at Old House Antique Showcase.
Well, thank you.
So, what are some of the favorite things you personally like to collect?
You know, antiques have changed through the years.
Okay.
I mean, about, I'd say 30, 35 years ago, it used to be late 1700s, early 1800s, and early 1900s.
Okay.
But as that generation starts to move, the older generation seems to pass away.
Right.
Okay, it's regenerating itself. So now it's late 1800s, 1900s, all the way up to 1970s, 1980s.
Okay.
And so a lot of people are looking for mid-century.
Okay, like 1950s?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I've in some of our other interviews, it's been mentioned, you kind of touched on an interesting point with the nature of what is collectible, and the type of people who are doing that collecting are changing.
They are.
Like a lot of the baby boomers are kind of aging out.
Correct.
And so the younger kids, the younger generation, if you will, they're looking for things that definitely come from an older previous couple of generations, but not the stuff from the 1800s.
That is correct.
Because they like to, it's very retro.
Yes.
Retro is a good fitting description for the kind of stuff that they're looking for now.
And going along with retro, traditions are changing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when we were kids, birthdays, holidays, Grandma would break out the great silverware. The nice dinnerware.
Yeah.
Yes. The nice stemware. And the nice tablecloths on the family table. And that used to be tradition where they dress up.
Yep.
Well, now generations are TV trays and paper plates.
Yes. You know, it's that's another interesting point. I've spent a lot of time at auctions.
Right.
And for it seems like time after time after time, you'll see a beautiful china set come up from someone's great grandmother.
Absolutely.
They can't give it away for $3.
I know.
And it's kind of heartbreaking.
It is sad.
It's beautiful stuff, and it deserves the kind of respect where you do use it for a family event or a holiday or a get-together or something, so that it's not treated as a disposable good.
No, and hopefully hopefully that tradition will come back around again.
I think it will, because retro certainly is.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the really cool things. Like, I'm a huge memorabilia guy.
Right.
So when I walked by this booth, I was hoping this was your booth, because I love the Humphrey Bogart, I love the James Dean, I love the Marilyn Monroes, I love the Hollywood vintage stuff. That's what draws me, is memorabilia. In fact, I'm going to look after we're done shooting, because I may find something I really like. But
Stories of the Rat Pack.
Yes.
have a lot of history in Northern
Yeah.
Nevada.
Yep, they do.
I mean, I have some pictures of Marilyn that you'll never see of during the filming of The Misfits.
Okay.
Where she actually come out of Pyramid Lake, which is in Northern Nevada,
Okay.
in her underwear. No makeup, no fantastic garments.
The Misfits, that was what, 1957?
1961.
1961.
Yes.
Shame on me. I'm a film buff. I didn't get
You know,
that.
and I had a roommate that used to follow Sammy Davis Jr. and dance in his programs with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I know of some tunnels up in Reno that were made specifically for bedrooms and rooms and suites for the Rat Pack.
Okay.
So there's some local history
You've got some good knowledge up there.
that people are unaware of.
Nice. Okay.
Well, and then I followed Bonanza. I mean, I used to
there
watch.
you go, with the Ponderosa.
I used to watch that a lot as a kid. So I have a lot of memorabilia from there.
I've noticed you've got what looks like some great pictures. Of
Pictures.
The
We
booze
have
bottles
of booze. We have memorabilia of the owner that ran the Ponderosa. Pictures of him originally.
Okay.
With the original cast.
Wow.
I mean, it just varies.
So that's Tahoe history.
It is.
I mean, how many people for many, many years would come from other countries just to see the Bonanza
Absolutely.
place and expecting it to be, where's Little Joe?
Yeah. I used to go up there twice a month with my grandparents and have a Hosburger and a sarsaparilla.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
On the next episode of Kayaking with Ken, we'll be paddling Northern California's Frenchman Lake. We'll take the short drive through a lava rock canyon up to the reservoir itself. Then we'll paddle across the lake to a quiet area walled by more ancient lava. Whatever the conditions we find, we know one thing: it will be a great place to spend a little time on the water. Join us next time on Kayaking with Ken. Get more for your streaming TV dollar with Tremedia Plus. Even more new and first-run classic movies. New and independent TV shows, features and documentaries, plus live and pay-per-view programming for just 99 cents a month on your Roku TV, device, or the Tremedia website. No long-term commitments, cancel anytime. Join during our summer sales offer for just 99 cents a month. Sign up is fast and easy at tvtremedia.com or at tremedia.app.
Fallon, Nevada is a community of friends and families, like so many other members in other communities. Good people have to make decisions that have an impact on their lives, as well as the lives of their friends and family. We are here to help. Battleborn Bail Bonds, a community-based company, a member of the Fallon Chamber of Commerce, a company that serves all of Northern Nevada.
And then we have 1950s.
Okay.
Poodle skirts.
Okay.
Okay, which is very big during hot August nights.
Oh, of course.
Which is a national event.
Yes. That makes perfect sense.
Yes. And then if you remember the 60s.
Okay.
Crochet.
Okay.
And two different hats
Nice.
that go with it that match the piping and the buttons.
Wow.
You know, it's just fun.
It is fun.
It is a lot of fun.
That's a commonality of most folks who do antiquing,
Right.
who do collecting, is because it's not just a business.
That is
it's
correct.
it's partly a passion.
It is.
It just draws you. It
It
draws
is.
you in. It's part of your past. It connects you to what was always special, but
Right.
it becomes more special as it becomes more nostalgic,
That is,
I think.
it is.
Like, I'm an old horror movie, but you don't have any old horror movie stuff, do you?
I do on occasion.
Oh, okay.
But when I get it, it goes
Real quick.
fast. Yes.
So what I'm a collector of, as a filmmaker, I'm a collector of, I don't know if you're familiar with these, but these old excerpts, these old Super 8mm excerpts from Hollywood films.
Right.
That's what I collected. But I didn't collect it because they were valuable. I collected it because I loved monster movies.
There you go.
And projectors and cameras and everything.
Love it.
So that's what I'm always on the lookout for. That's what gets my blood flowing. And then thinking about things like Dracula, that's a really weird thing to say, but that's okay.
No, Bela Lugosi, is that what his name was?
Lugosi, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So we're going to look around your store and just kind of take it in, the wonderful things you got. Looks like you have some really neat lamps.
We do. I mean, that's my downfall.
Yeah.
And my really nice, exquisite lamps are on the other side of my booth.
Okay.
Which I'm sure you'll see.
We'll definitely get shots of those.
And then just out of giggles and grins,
okay,
here's a 1940s dress with a mink stole.
I was noticing her. I was totally noticing her. Wow, that's beautiful.
And even the mannequins are antiques.
Really?
They're actually from the 30s. This mannequin on this side, and then the mannequin on the other side.
She's from the 1930s?
Mm-hmm, 30s and 40s.
Wow. I mean, how can you tell? I mean, is it just like the type of makeup?
Well, no, it's a style because the hands pull out, the arms pull out.
Huh. That is, you know what? I've never given a consideration to mannequins also being a vintage in terms of a style.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it just accents the clothing from that period.
It definitely does. Yeah, she is very eye-catching.
Yes.
Definitely. It's a shame we don't have a magic potion to snap them into our reality.
I know.
And what you're moving there in front of you, that I think you described that was a jewelry case.
Yes, this is a cherry wood with a skeleton key.
Okay.
And it holds...
Oh, that's beautiful.
It holds hundreds.
Wow.
This is for rings, earrings.
That's... Okay.
And this is for chains, and those are for bracelets.
Is this an old case?
It is.
What's its vintage?
I would say 60s, 70s.
Okay. That's a classic.
Yep.
Nice. So is there anything else that you want to show us or talk about, or you want us just to kind of browse?
Well, you can browse. That beer sign's actually from the 40s.
Okay.
Over here. And then I actually got a globe of Mars. There were only 6 of those were made, and they were given to the NASA scientists.
Oh, wow.
And it was the Mariner 9. Those are actually photographs from the Mariner 9.
Is that the one on the far right?
The far right.
Okay.
And then the USGS, Geological Society, mapped it out.
Oh, that is
and
amazing.
And that's 1973, first edition.
How much is that thing?
I'm selling it for $952. But online, some other people, because these guys are dying off, are going for $2,700, $2,200.
Really? So you're only selling it for like a third of the price?
I am.
Huh.
Because what I get it for, I like to give the value to somebody.
There you go. You know what? And that's a common thing I'm hearing from a lot of dealers.
Right.
Is that you have no interest in gouging somebody
and
making them for whatever you can get. You want to make things affordable so they can enjoy them.
And I want them to go to a good home.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
That's also a commonality.
And I want the tradition to keep going.
Nice.
I'm a traditionalist.
Good for you. Me too.
All right.
Well, I sure have enjoyed talking with you. I appreciate
It's been
time.
a pleasure.
Your energy's great. Your stuff is great. And I hope this brings you a lot of visitors.
Well, thank you. I hope so too.
Thanks, Ron.
All right.
I'm here standing outside Antiques and Treasures Rock on Rock Boulevard, and you got to come in and check this place out. There's so much to see, so much history, and a lot of glass. Crafts and such with Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Tell me a little bit about your collection.
So some of the things that I have is like the Avon collection. I also have Norman Rockwell, and I also have Precious Moments, and then I have a big collection of gemstones and brass.
Okay, so Avon, not the makeup, it's something different.
So it's all in the same. So Avon actually expanded over the years to go beyond just makeup, and so they did do different things like the President's Club, which are actually you see these the dolls in the back. So if you had joined their club, that you would get one every month, kind of like you did with Bradford Exchange and stuff like that. But then they also had some stuff that was a little bit more versatile. So one of the things is, one of my favorites actually being the Cape Cod glass. Cape Cod, contrary to belief of its name, was not in Cape Cod. But with the glass itself, as you can see, this is a candle holder, but it actually had perfume in it at one point. And they did a lot of that, where they would do bath oils or candles or soaps combined into the glass, and then once it was done, you would clean it, and then you have your own little candlestick.
That is very cool. I actually never knew that Avon did that, and what a neat concept and idea of thinking about, you're going to keep this now, you're going to know our brand forever, and here we are collecting the final pieces. So this used to be a perfume bottle.
Yes.
Wow. That is really awesome. I love that. Tell me a little bit about that pistol I see over there.
So the pistol itself actually was a cologne bottle for men. So it was a way for Avon to attract men with cologne and actually get their brand out with them.
So how did you first start collecting Avon?
My grandmother. It actually started with a little candy dish. And ever since, me personally, I've been doing a 12-piece collection of all of it. So you have dishes, you have bowls, you have cups. So that's been what I've been working on. But with that, of course, as we get collections, I have more than what I can handle at home. So then I bring it in here for other people to enjoy.
How long have you been collecting, Linda?
So the Avon I've been collecting since I was 16.
Wow. And so this came from your family. It all came to you. Was that the first collectible that you started with? How did you get into more items?
So more items later on actually became from my daughter's grandmother on her dad's side. She, when she was downsizing her home, she had over 250 collector's plates and didn't know what to do with them. So at first I started selling on eBay, which over time got a little bit more difficult. But then I had I've known Juana and Michelle since I was a teenager. I've been friends with Michelle for years. And so once I found out her mom was here, that's when I started actually selling in the store.
Wow, what kind of plates you're saying that you were collecting there? It started with a plate collection from, okay, and what kind of plates were those?
She had unlimited subscriptions and never cut them off. So when she finally got to the point where we were downsizing at home, then we started, what are we going to do with all these? So that's when I originally started selling them.
Very nice. And then you had mentioned you have some Norman Rockwell, some other big collectible names that people look for. I'd love to see some of those items.
So Norman Rockwell being a household name for years, either through the Saturday Evening Post or through his figurines and his paintings and stuff like that. So yeah, I've collected the glasses, I've got the cups, I've got bells, kind of a little bit of everything that he's done over the times. So my daughter loves it. She has a couple at home hanging on her wall.
So when you have people coming in, do you ever have them looking for specific stuff like, oh gosh, this certain era, this age?
We do. So whether it be the Avon or the Norman Rockwell or Precious Moments, there are people that come in specifically looking for those items.
You mentioned Precious Moments.
Yes.
I want to see your collection of that. Let's go. Linda, you have a very large collection of Precious Moments. I'm looking at all these beautiful little faces over here, and it's just incredible. So these were all from your personal collection, or how did you come about starting this?
So some of them started off as part of my personal collection, but over time I've collected them, or I've found them either at estate sales or even auctions. I know it's something that people over years have really liked. It was something I actually started collecting probably in my early 20s. It was something my mom really liked.
Okay, so it's been something near and dear to your heart. I'm sure there's a piece in here that really calls out to you. Which one is it?
So I have this little guy here. Okay, so everybody loves football season. So he's a little harder to come by, and that's one of the things I love about him. So he's just kicking back after playing in the leaves, playing some football.
Very cute. Oh my goodness. And do you know what age this is?
So this one would have been in the 1980s.
Okay. Wow. So that's
a little bit more recent than some of their stuff, but still
hard to come by.
Yes.
Something very unique and very cute. Look at that little guy.
And we've got everything from a miniature to a full-size set. So, because I do have the nativity set that's actually stashed in there too.
So basically, people have to come, if they're into Precious Moments, come and take a look at your collection, because it's stacked in there. It truly is. There's a lot of really cute pieces.
Also have the original boxes that go with them, which is even harder to find.
Very neat, Linda. Oh my goodness. And this keeps going. You have so much going on here. I love it. I wanted to see some of the brass that you have. You had mentioned to me that you have some very neat brass pieces.
Yes, I do. So a lot of my brass is actually the smaller type brass. So they're smaller pieces, not like big pieces, which fit perfectly on a little shelf or something like that.
Let's look at some of those. So Linda, all these little brass figurines, these are so neat. You have to tell me about this.
So with the brass, like I said, it's something small you can put on a shelf, but brass lasts a really long time too. And so with these, the time it takes to tarnish is years instead of over short periods of time. So they look really shiny for a really long time. They do weigh significant weight.
Oh yeah, this little guy, he's got some weight to him. And look at the detail. So this one that we're looking at right now is this little teddy bear, but you have all different kinds of figures in there. I can see a seashell, a duck, oh my goodness, a camel.
I do, yeah. So seashell, there's the weight of the seashell.
Wow, this is really cool.
So yes, they're all solid brass. So yes, they make definitely like little knickknacks that will last the test of time.
Something very cool to give someone as a little special for an event or, you know, a memorabilia for something.
Anything from small animals, I got little penguins to dragons to puppies and
What a very neat collection. You have so much going on in your space. I just have to say it again. You got to come down here and check out Antiques and Treasures Rock because it really does. There's something for everybody here.
There is. There is something for everybody. If you don't find something, I would be ultimately shocked for as big as we are.
Thank you so much for showing us around your space today. We look forward to coming back again because we have to see it all.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for tuning in for another awesome episode of the Old House Antiques Showcase. I'm leaving with a little piece of luck myself. You got to come check out Antiques and Treasures Rock on Rock. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome to the Antique Mall. We've been in business 27 years with 13 separate dealers and over 10,000 square feet of space. We're unique because of our fun outside space. With funky, rusty, artistic vintage yard art, we have hit and miss engines, old stoves, old tools, picks and shovels. And then on the inside, we've got dolls, jewelry, books, collectibles, and trains, including American Flyer, Lionel, and Tyco, all available in mini scales. Come and visit us 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 10104 off the US 50 freeway in Mound House, Nevada. Come and see us.
Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. The live TV show filmed right here in Reno, Nevada is coming this June to this station. Sign up now for tickets, or if you have a collectible you want to share, sign it up now.
Carson Antiques and Collectibles Mall is really big. I mean really big. Now with over 27,000 square feet of antiques, gifts, and collectibles. Carson Antiques and Collectibles Mall is really big.